Hi everyone, George Farmer here, content creator for Tropical Aquarium Plants. In this video we'll give you our 5 top tips for helping to prevent algae in your planted aquarium. Did you know that algae is one of the biggest reasons hobbyists give up on their aquariums? The good news is if you follow some basic guidelines, you can have a successful planted aquarium without suffering from any algae issues. It is always better in the long term to prevent algae from occurring rather than having to continually treat it. You can think about aquarium plants and algae as always in battle with each other. The more plants you have and the more healthy their growth, the less chance of algae you will get. The fewer plants you have and the more poorly their growth, the more algae you will see. So when setting up a new aquascape, buy as many plants as you can comfortably fit and afford. It's also a great idea to have around half of these plants as fast-growing easy species. Some examples include Limnophila sessiflora, Rotala rotundifolia, and Heteranthera zostifolia. Floating plants are also a great idea. You can also add these types of helping plants to existing setups to help deal with any existing algae. It's essential to buy the healthiest plants you can, so aim to get them as fresh as possible from your retailer. If possible, inspect them for any poorly leaves, brown roots and pest snails, and only buy plants in good condition. If you start off with poorly plants, then algae will be more likely, as the plants are not able to outcompete. Tropical 1-2 grow cups are a great idea for brand new setups, as there is zero chance of any algae, pest snails, disease or pesticides. You also receive a high number of individual plants in every cup when compared with most regular pots. So now you hopefully have a large quantity of healthy plants to use in your aquarium. Now it's essential to look after them in order to maintain their health, which then helps to fight off algae. Ensure you have sufficient light, CO2 and nutrition to grow your chosen plant species. We recommend starting off with easy category plants, as they give the best chance of success. Feed the plants through their roots and leaves with a good quality substrate and liquid fertiliser, and inject CO2 if possible. CO2 injection is the best way to ensure healthy plant growth, which helps to then prevent algae. Finally, ensure you perform sufficient water changes. This dilutes any waste organics that otherwise can trigger algae growth. We recommend a combination of algae-eating shrimp and snails for most planted aquariums to help control any background levels of algae. However, it's important not to rely on these to treat algae without first addressing the cause of the algae, otherwise it will simply return over and over again. Amano shrimp are a very popular algae-eating shrimp and are known to eat most types of algae, but not all. Cherry shrimps are not so effective algae eaters, but do graze biofilm that can help prevent algae build-up. Nearite snails are an excellent choice to keep stubborn algae types from forming on rocks and wood. We recommend the Cleton corona species, which are less likely to lay the white stubborn eggs. Some background levels of algae are perfectly natural, and it's unlikely to experience an absolutely zero algae aquascape, so don't be too hard on yourself. How much algae you're comfortable to live with is an individual choice. Our recommendation is to continually observe your aquarium for any algae and take appropriate steps to manage it as soon as you see it. It could simply mean reducing your lighting, changing more water, adding more CO2 or adding more plants. It's best to change one component at a time, then continue to observe before moving on to the next course of action. Take care, bye for now.